Soy Chicano, and I'm proud of it. We're Mexica. We were here first, and we will be here last. Can't you see that? Open your eyes. I'm here today in front of you with words to open a window of view. Christopher Columbus back in 1492, the slave trader got lost and claimed he discovered me and you. Celebrated in classrooms, we get a day off from work and school, but that's so we could buy and consume, give our deader economy a little boom. Move to Cortez coming through. Caribbean to the Yucatan, the businessman. Slave guns, germs, idea, religious pusher man. Imperial wet dream in the plot. They looked around and set up shop. Wolves, drapes, and sheep clothes. Lied, cheated, rape, murder, imposed. New laws, class system, race, and gender roles. Cosmic people was born, forever torn, exploit. Their language was brought at gunpoint, so they loaded and fired name changes, using the darker faces to mine, which fueled the Renaissance in European places. But the Mexica fought from the raíces, the roots. In 1810, the grito was shouted from the church roof, calling to arms and leading to giving the Spanish queen the boots. But that didn't change the idea of pursuing the loots. Politicians, religious, businessmen was all in cahoots. Same story, just a different flag waved. It didn't really change the way people behaved. Government centralized a colonial way. Moved to the year 1848 and the United States was on their military ecstasy. Expanding their 13 colonies. They wanted more states for slavery. Fizzing on that manifest destiny. Rich folks led by President Polk. Sam Houston enslaved Dome, manufactured consent and provoked Santa Ana in Mexico. Do you remember the Alamo? David Crockett cocked it in pursuit of the profit. Treaty Guadalupe Hidalgo led to Euro-American control. A new world order and a new nativist boss. Land lost, they said the borders and said we couldn't cross. People began to suffer from the historical amnesia sickness. Think white state of mind, can I get a witness? Where courts aren't about justice, but corporate robber baron interests. Imperialists making chess moves, meanwhile poor folks used like pawns and rooks. But mestizo warriors were born to come through. Madero, Magon, Villa Zapata y las Adelitas, the people's coup. Revolt from the ground up, 1910, against those whose filibustering. Diaz and the landlords, people rose with ideas and swords. Tierra, el libertad. 1914 victory, but the Yankee concert spread like a mutated disease. And bad conditions still led to the survival need. Moved to north where capitalists had won the Civil War. Big dollars from war contracts gave support to their corridor. We worked and built a system of railroads. Worked their mines and minerals. After the job then letting us go. Creating barrios from Moss to Chicago. Concrete jungles, industrialization of American hustlers. On our backs building their homes and riches. Leaving us to labor camps inside of the road ditches. 1929, found ourselves standing in bread lines. Mexicans to the back, welcome to these grapes of wrath. And the Great Depression was known as a great deportation and repression. First the push, then the pull. World War II, we put on they soldiers' boots. Braceros was filling they workers' shoes. Whose children was sporting zoot suits. The trial of Sleepy Lagoon soon led to the riots in the month of June. Were sailors attacking any brown body that moved. Used as an ally across seas, but seen as an enemy at home, nothing new. Same situation through 40s, 50s, 60s, segregation. Unequal schools and forced assimilation. Operation Wetback, they pushed us to the side and land grabbed. 60s movements, fought for improvements. From Pachucos to Chicanismo to El Movimiento. Reclaim, recognize, rise. Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta and boycotts. To the 68 blowouts. Picket breaking police who fire shots. From the fields to Vietnam we were sacrificed. Strikes, 80s and Ronald Reaganomics. La Migra and signed death certificates. Neocons with their racist laws and propositions. 187s was legal 187s. NAFTAs and corporations moving jobs, forming borderline sweatshops. In 1994 New Year's Eve, Rosa Zapatista and you and me. To hip-hop dropping bombs lyrically. 2007 Ya Basta of not knowing our history. Ya Basta. MC Change. Main source was 500 Years of Chicana History and Pictures by Elizabeth Martinez. And you're going to find that this is only a window and that this applies in all parts of the worlds. And the goal is to be able to create a dialogue between all of us and add to this so we could begin to create a world, as the Zapatistas say, in which all worlds exist. Peace, paz, Mexica Tiawi, CAMBIO.